Hi guys. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've released a video, and this is going to be a video that covers a few things. First of all, today marks the 1 year anniversary that I've been on hormones. Um, about a year ago today, I remember having a shipment of HRT be delivered to my house. I was buying them online at the time, and I took my very first dose. And I don't regret it. I really don't. Yeah, I've lost many friends. I've lost a livelihood that just doesn't exist anymore for me. This video is being recorded in Las Vegas. When I first took my dose, I was living in New Jersey. And it's been one hell of an adventure. And I'm finally in my own apartment. This is just the computer room. I don't have any furniture in it, but this apartment is about 1,100 square feet. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got a dining room, a nice living room, and a nice kitchen with brand new appliances. I'm happy. It's definitely a new thing for me. I've never rented an apartment before, so it's a brand new experience. But it's mine. No one can tell me, as long as I'm paying my rent, no one can tell me, hey, you're trans, you have to leave. Or they can't say that you're gay, you have to leave. Or, there's nothing besides my finances. And if I'm just a rude piece of shit tenant, but I'm neither, they're neither a problem here. But it feels good to be able to make my rules and say, I want things done my way for a change. For far too long, I've had to bend over backwards and, just do everything everyone else wanted. And to live in that kind of environment, especially since a lot of people have very outlandish expectations, it became a problem for me. The last people I lived with, they were terrible. Initially they seemed like nice people. They were helping me out because I'm transgender. They helped me and my friend out, but they just couldn't make up their minds on what expectations they had with us. They would yell at us for not cleaning dishes, then they would yell at us because we're cleaning the dishes, then they would yell at us because we're making too much noise. But then, there was no pleasing them because they just aren't pleasable. There are people like that out here, or in the real world. But, even living with family, a lot of family have different expectations as well. I have an air purifier. My uncle would yell at me every day that I'm leaving an air purifier running. Hence what an air purifier is for. So it's that kind of thing where I'm paying the bills here. I'm in charge. If I want to leave my computer on all day, I can fucking do it. And I love that. Going back onto transgender, this is what I look like now. I have these things, and they're big. I'm much larger than the average breast size, yeah. I never thought they would get this big, but apparently they did. I'm not gonna... Actually, I probably have written on my blog what my bra size is. I'm a 36 double D. And I don't know how I got these things, but they're real. They fill the damn cups. There are absolutely no surgeries. I'm petrified of needles. I'm petrified of surgeries. So everything that's changed on me thus far has been entirely done with hormones in the course of 1 year. And a lot of people have called bullshit on that, but it's not bullshit, and I have the videos to prove it. What I used to look like. My friend who lives here, I've shown her plenty of videos from before I came out as trans and before I started transition, and she's blown away. She's like, there's no way in hell that's you, or that used to be you. But It is, you know? So, yeah, that's that, 1 year anniversary. And oh, she bought me this for my birthday. It's a Tibbers plushie. It is the cutest thing. And it's got bean bags in the paws, so it just dangles just like how Annie would hold it. So this is what Tibbers looks like. My dad asked, why is it missing an eyeball? But it's supposed to be that way. But it's from Riot, directly from Riot, so it's official. But it feels so good. I love these things. I'm just weird. um, but yeah, this is a new start, a new life, and I love it. My job's going well. They're switching my shift, which I'm not too thrilled about, but whatevs. But, at least I have a computer room again, which last time I had that was about a year ago, before I was kicked out of my ex's house. And, there was a lot of crazy shit that happened. A lot of things that proved that certain people can be complete, terrible, selfish pricks. One thing I'm going to actually say, and I have every right to say it, but Andy isn't on my videos anymore because of what he did. Andy took advantage of a situation where, my relationship was on rocky grounds because I had just came out. He came in and he pretty much took advantage of the situation and threatened my life after I was upset. And it was one terrible summer. I have to say that by far this past summer was the worst summer of my life. And it has a lot to do with the fact of how people treated me after I came out. After I came out, I went through Great Depression. And that's part of why my relationship fell apart. The other side of it is that my ex claims to be a straight heterosexual woman. And because I'm a woman, she doesn't want to be with me. It's a story that's all too common, unfortunately, with trans people. When they come out, their partners at the time tend to get a little creeped out by it, and then they immediately say, okay, you're a woman, therefore I'm not a lesbian and I can't be with you. There are a few instances of people who are able to keep their relationship as strong as prior, and I applaud those relationships because it's not easy, but mine fell apart strictly because of it. If I had never came out, I probably would have been still with my ex. I probably would have put a ring around her finger by this point. I mean, there was a lot going for me at the time before I came out. I lost my job because I came out. And it just proves that this world is filled with just intolerable people. And they don't actually give you the time of day to actually learn about your problems. They don't. As a trans person, yeah, everyone always has to write the same shit on my videos. They always write, oh, gay, which, yeah, I'm a lesbian. Big fucking deal. 2, they'll write, oh, you'll always be a man. You'll never be a woman. How many men do you know with double D breasts? Exactly. Fuck off. And the thing is that people, how can I put it? People just don't ever, wonder, what is it like for us? What is it that we go through that makes us go through such a drastic change in life? And the point of it is that it's a feeling I had ever since I was young. I would say about 4 or 5 years old is when I really started to recognize that I wanted to be a girl. And it's a feeling that I couldn't control. It's a feeling that I went to therapy for, that I tried to overcome that feeling and control it. It's like an urge. It's like, when you crave Oreo cookies, you can't tell yourself, yay, you're allowed to crave it, or no, you're not allowed to crave it. You really can't control the pleasure feeling that you get from craving said product, right? And it's that kind of thing where, anytime I saw a girl, I immediately would click into my head that I need to be a girl. I need to be her. I wish I could trade lives with that person. And that riddled my life, but I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody about it. And that's the biggest problem about being transgender. And right now, yeah, you have Bruce Jenner and a lot of other people coming out. Yeah, it helps, but it still doesn't solve the root problem. Root problem is there's plenty of people that went through the same struggles I went through prior to even coming out, prior to having my life fall completely apart. They feel like they're the only ones. They feel like they're weird. They feel like they're crazy. And that's what I felt, my entire teenage years. Where all the other guys that I knew wanted to fuck half the women half the girls in school, I wanted to be half the girls in school. Like, I couldn't control that feeling. I couldn't, it just was what it was. And, I just desired everything a girl got to do. I desired dresses, which is why you saw in my last video, I was trying on a $1,300 dress. But it's something I've desired since the age of 4. I've always wanted to wear a princess dress. I couldn't control it. I couldn't control that feeling. And, the thing is that all doctors out there and specialists that actually truly understand this issue, we're not psychotic. This is not a mental condition. It's really actually how your brain is wired from the get-go. And this is something that people constantly argue and say that we're wrong, but you really have to ask yourself, why on earth would someone go through this? Why? Unless they had to do it, why else would they do it? And that's the thing that people don't get. And I wish they understood that. I wish that people would actually show compassion instead of fear, treating us like circus freaks, or treating us like that we're pedophiles and that we need to go into certain bathrooms and stuff. It's just bullshit. And, yes, I have a big mouth and I have to speak my mind, and I haven't done a lot of that lately on my channel. And that's going to change. Now that I have a home, now that I actually have a room that I can record and actually do videos, I'm going to talk more about trans stuff. I know it pisses everyone off on this channel, but I'm sorry, transgender issues is a big thing to me because I'm fucking transgender and I can't control that. I can't stop being trans. I wish I could. I wish they made a pill that I can take and I would not be transgender anymore. I mean, it's a little late now because I've already been on hormones for a year, and if I wanted to get rid of these things, I would have to get surgery. And I truly never will look like I used to look. But, the thing is that people need to just stop being assholes about this entire situation, about this entire issue. A lot of states are passing laws that allow churches and religious nut jobs to discriminate against us because their rights and their freedoms matter more than my basic human rights. And that's an issue because people, and this is one thing that pissed me off when I was watching a live stream of one of the decisions, I believe it was in South Carolina or something like that. It was Charleston. And they were debating whether or not that a law should be passed that protects people like me. It wasn't specifically for people like me, but people like me was part of that bill that they were trying to pass. Now, 90% of the people that stood up there and spoke against this bill either had ties with the church, were deeply religious, or they had absolutely no understanding of what being transgender is, and they constantly gave the example of protect my daughter, protect my daughter, protect my daughter. Fuck, I'm a daughter. If you like it or not, I have the same emotions, the same feelings, the same fears. I feel powerless, I've felt powerless my whole life. How about, the fact is, look at it in this perspective. Imagine your precious daughter, her brain was implanted into a male body, right? But she still feels the exact same emotions, the exact same thought process and patterns as she was prior. That's my situation. I have the same exact emotions, the same exact feelings, the same exact perspective. And yet I'm treated like a man. I'm treated like a pedophile in some cases. I mean, no one's actually gone up to me and caused a problem about it. But the issue is that if people knew I was trans in my day-to-day life, I'm sure I would be treated far worse than I am already. The only reason why I'm treated pretty decent is because most people don't know I'm trans. Apparently, I have passing privilege, which I don't really think I do, but my friends all say I do. They say that I pass for a cis woman. I don't think I do, but they say it. But the thing is that I use the women's room every day, and no one has ever said anything to me, and I don't say anything to them. I mean, for me, I go into the bathroom to pee or shit and then leave. That, of course, wash my hands. But, the point of it is that, yeah, when I'm in a ladies' room, because I am attracted to women, it's no different from any other lesbian. Yeah, when they're washing their hands, yeah, they catch my eye. It happens. But I don't do anything. I don't attack anybody. I don't even have any thought of attacking anybody. The point of it is that I just want to do my business and leave. And honestly, I fear being in the women's room more than I'm sure anyone else would fear me. I'm afraid that someone's going to realize I'm trans and hurt me. I'm afraid that someone's going to realize I'm trans, call the police, and because they're assholes, would arrest me for just doing what I should be allowed to do anyway. Those are my fears, but no one gives a shit about my fears. The fact that trans women are attacked far more often than an actual cis woman, and if you threw me in a men's room, fuck, I'd be beaten up or someone would probably try to rape me if they thought I was a cis woman. But it's a very scary world, and unfortunately, we have to fight for our own rights. We have to fight for our own safety, and we shouldn't have to. And that infuriates me when I see stupid laws being passed. Like California, they're trying to lobby to basically create a hunting season. Basically, how when they have black bear season where they just shoot up the black bear because they're overpopulated in a certain area, they literally are offering bounties for someone to figure you out as being trans. So they're basically rewarding people for being a piece of shit. And the thing is that in this world, people don't see a problem with that, which is weird. Because we're the problem. We're the enemy. We are the danger in society when we're not. If you look up actual statistics, there's no records of us actually being violent towards anyone. If anything, the only time you've seen us become violent is when we're attacked and we're defending ourselves. But we never attack kids. We never attack women, But yet men are very quick to snap and automatically assume that their child or wife is in danger just because we're trans and we happen to be in the women's room, even though we are not doing anything wrong. But that's the sad world we live in, and it pisses me off. But, yeah, I know I went off on a big tangent, like I always do. But I just want you guys to know that videos will actually resume. I'm still waiting for my dumbass brother to send me my game consoles. He's been promising me since December that he was going to buy me a brand new Xbox One because I'm such a lovely adult, older sister who actually gave him mine. I don't know how I gave it to him. I think he tricked me into it. Somehow borrowing a console equals giving it to him. That's fucked up. But, hopefully I'll have my game consoles again, and there's plenty of games I want to play. I want to play Sunset Overdrive. I want to, really get into a lot of the exclusives that are on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. I want to play Destiny. I played it very briefly in December, but I'm a dumbass. I didn't bring my game console with me. I didn't think I was going to need it, because I thought I was going to LA, but then there's a psycho bitch who keeps stalking me. And yes, I'm going to say it. You're crazy. You're really crazy, singing songs to me, sending me emails every day. I get about 20 emails a day from this crazy woman. But, you know, she doesn't get it. You know, and my friend here has told her off several times. So now that she will watch this video, she sees every fucking video I ever make, she will see this video. And she's going to probably flip out. But she's crazy. She really is crazy. So take care, guys. Look out for future videos. And yes, future videos will come. I'm planning UGP again, but unfortunately due to my schedule conflict with work, they're going to be done on Tuesday or Wednesday. I have to figure out which day I'm going to start doing them. Usually I would record them on Thursdays and upload them that night, but they'll probably be done Wednesday nights instead. So if anyone is interested in joining me on UGP, which I could start tomorrow, send me a personal message on YouTube with your Skype details, and we'll try to make it happen. We'll try to make it work. So take care, guys.